right, we are live. Okay, Variant Rolls, welcome to Variant Rolls. We are running level 14 Arcturiadoom of Dungeon of the Mad Mage in our most recent run through the terrible, terrible depths of Undermountain underneath Waterdeep. Who's ready to go chase down a lich and prevent the total and utter annihilation of Waterdeep by Mecha? Oh man, what's his name? Hallister? Is that his name? Mecha Hallister?
McAllister?
Yeah, McAllister.
As long as it
Perfect.
gets me away from Hallister, that's fine.
I'm super excited. It's gonna be great.
Well,
This is gonna be a
feeling.
long night.
Well, I'm all about this, so this is gonna be a great old night for us.
So, man, we're just gonna start with some introductions. Who's your character? Please introduce your player. So, in your character voice, if you're doing one, please tell us where we can find your actress on the interwebs, and let's see a little bit after your character and where we can, what other places we can see you streaming or interacting, or maybe just, I don't know, Instagramming. I don't know. Where can we find you? We'll start out with Bunny.
Bunny? Oh my goodness, my name is Bunny and I am a warrior of light. But my player for tonight, her name's Jen, and she is a variety streamer and Twitch affiliate. She streams 5 days a week over on Randomly Generated on Twitch, and is Randomly Jen on Twitter. And I am super excited to be here. I am a cleric of the light, worshipper of Lathander and the Dawn, and I am so excited to be here.
What do you normally stream?
Normally, me and my bunny, I'm losing my bunny. I normally stream variety, so anything really, but lately I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV, Forager, some Stardew Valley, a lot of The Sims.
Nice.
Just look at what's on my desktop, that would help.
So we growing some cabbages, having some funs. All right. And playing a cleric, so now you'll be growing a different kind of cabbages. All right. So
Yeah.
who's gonna be sprouting tonight, like pushing up daisies? No. No. Okay. Well, we're not farming daisies tonight then. Okay. So no TPKs. All right. Well, maybe next week. Okay.
Daisies, no lilies.
Hadar.
Well, I'm Hadar, a blue dragonborn warrior, and I'm being played this evening by none other than Gregory Festo. You can also find him as 1N20DND on the YouTubes and such, Instagram as well. And that's where he does his daily vlog about D&D and all things RPG.
D&D Daily, I love it, and it's got a hashtag to go with it, so subscribe, follow on that, and check it out. Some really cool videos out there about common occurrences at tabletop RPGs, which I've really found useful so far, so thank you very much, Greg. Thank you, Hadar. I'm sorry, I don't want to start calling you by your actor's name. I mean, that breaks table etiquette for me. All right, and well, let's see, that's going to bring us to, well, as it scrolls through here, Craig, you're playing at GSD Paint. No, it's going, what is your character name?
My character's my character's name is Ren Arissa. I'm a old hermit from the woods. I'm a ranger. Y'all are gonna be hearing a lot of me and my southern drawl, being very, very slow, but that's all right. You can find the actor who plays me tonight at GSD Paint, both on Etsy as well as on Twitter. And so you can find all of my miniature painting fiascos as I post them. So that's always a grand old time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a grand old time. Me and Mr. Corey are hooking back up after a few months ago. We were Team Shake and Bake, and we're back.
It's been just over a year. Do you realize that?
That's crazy how long it's been.
Oh my god. My first web game, as I started breaking out in the Twitter community, Greg here was one of the other players on this. How I met him, No Tweet Sean, some of the other great players that I've been had the honor to play with at a table. It came from that first game that Misty Vander put together. So that was some great character and player picking for that game because we all just sort of clicked really well in there. All right, and last but not least, Nesrin.
All right, well, I am Nesrin. I am a human sorcerer who is so deeply embedded in her draconic bloodline with the blue dragon that she's growing some small horns and has a tail, blue scales sprouting everywhere, and she's just totally embracing her dark dragon ancestry. Her player is Christy. She's a mom, and she is not that dark. But she is also very new to this, but loves it immensely, so she's diving right in.
Fantastic.
Down and dirty.
I love new players. New players are not bounded by the rules as much in the mechanics of the game and come out with outlandish ways of doing things that makes the DM think. So, whenever you want to do something that you don't understand a mechanic or something, don't let that stop you, all right? So just shout out what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and I'll figure out something to make you roll to make it happen, okay?
Sounds good. Nesrin understands.
Nesrin comprehends. Perfect. Okay, so I am Dungeon Master Corey. You can find me all over the internet at DM Corey. In fact, I just started over at Magic the Gathering Arena, MTG Arena, at DM Corey on there as well. Twitter, Instagram, all the fun. I've got a website at dreadvectorstudios.com. In fact, I think it's just dreadvector.com. But it's currently under development, so don't hold me to it. I do various module generation and streaming, and have a lot of commentary on Twitter around rules balance and creation of new things, but mostly I really just retweet people's stream announcements because I want everybody to have an opportunity to get out here and play the game that we all love so much and do it in a public forum, because this is all the joy, right? I love playing the game at this level, like enjoying it on a stream and knowing that it's more than just the people in the room, right? So, with that, I'm going to be playing all of the bad guys. And so my tweet was about the cast is the bad guys. But I did, as an afterthought, put you guys in there too, I suppose, just in case you wanted to, retweet or anything like that. Not because I wanted to give you guys any credit or anything. No. This is all about the DM and the monster show, okay? No? Okay, well, I hope you roll very well.
Don't kill us.
Because this is a terrible, terrible, scary dungeon level. You know what resides on dungeon level 14 in Undermountain?
We're gonna find out.
Arcturiadoom?
I specifically didn't look.
Lucky
Yeah,
for
I
you,
haven't
the
looked.
characters do have some idea. I'm about to give you a little bit of information about the dungeon that you're just so blithely jumping into.
How bunny rolls.
That's the right way to roll. That is, I mean, if you jump into the deep end, that's just more motivation to learn how to swim, okay?
Unless you learn how to fly.
I may be channeling my inner Elwoods. It's okay.
Everyone should channel their inner Elwoods.
It's at Stop That Woman. My wife's one of her absolute favorite movies. So.
It's a great movie.
Okay, so right off the top, you guys have been sent on a mission to contact Alucer, who is a captive of Arcturia, a vile lich who has plans on annihilating Waterdeep. I mean, what kind of villain stops with just Waterdeep, right? Well, this one's the apprentice. Well, the ex-apprentice of none other than Hallister. Hallister, not your best friend. but maybe a little bit out of your reach at the moment. However, Arcturia, the Lich, that guy needs to go down. So somebody has set you up as a group to go down in and giving you some basic instructions on how to reach level 14, because there has been a rumor that, well, I mean, what is the biggest defense of Waterdeep out there? You guys know? Giant
The
statues.
statues, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
these statues, they're titans. They come alive and they defend the city in times of great war. There is a
Like
massive ban on dragons. They cannot even enter the realm of the area of the city. Can't fly in, can't nothing. No dragons allowed. So, these titans are put there to sort of defend the city against any other non-dragon threat. And, well, they don't have to work too many times, because mostly it's just dragons trying to take out cities, right? I mean, if you look at poor Greenest, anybody who's played through Rise of Tiamat, poor Greenest. I lost a few players there. Oh, a few too many players there. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, how do you fight a Titan, right? Well, in this particular instance, as rumors lead, someone is plotting to build a giant mech in the likeness of Hallister to trounce the city, walk through and fight off the Titans so that they may completely and utterly destroy the city of Waterdeep. Well, I mean, we can't have none of that. So who goes to rescue? The adventurers. You do, of course, right? That's right. Hands up. Hands up for the heroes. Perfect. So you get sent down through various ways, and there's a few gates and portals and shortcuts that they give you scribbled on a piece of bar napkin that probably got a little smudged here and there because there's a few details that were left out. For instance, how to activate this last gate. I mean, it was getting late in the night when you were writing these notes from your contact, but I mean, a smudged note on how to get through a gate. Well, you know that each of these gates that jump from one level to another.
Someone probably wrote their phone number over it on the bar napkin.
It's possible. I mean, in a world
Sending
where,
some number.
yeah, message. It's their message number. They put their direct contact over the bottom portion here, and now it's unintelligible. You have no idea how you're supposed to open this, but you do know that each of these gates has a puzzle where you have to intuit something to open the gate. And so here you stand in front of this gate. Luckily for you all, you are friends with the guards of this gate. Why? Because you have been allied with a few contacts from what's their name? I just read it, the last one. House Freth, excuse me. So House Freth is a house of drow who have been trying to sort of set up shop in the Undermountain and take over. They're not really the biggest friends of Hallister, but they've been through this enormous war with the Arendir, and you know, a few parties here and there have helped them out, so they're on friendly terms with adventurers right now, even though they're your vile, evil scum, the nastiest of the drow down there. I mean, you can't really put a big stereotype on them all like that, can you? If they're fighting against one another, one of them must be better, and, well, you found yourself allied with these particular drow. In fact, on other levels of the dungeon, it hasn't been crazy to find yourself allied with the Dwarger.
I may have fought some of the drow last time I was here during the Troglodyte Wars, but I don't remember which group that was. That was a while ago.
Well,
Like, I'm 2 levels higher now. That was a while ago.
best not mention it in front of House Freth. If you don't know who you were fighting against. Perfect. So, you find yourself in front of a large door, and let me just go ahead and change my layout here and bring up a map, because I happen to have exactly that right here. Hopefully that's centered properly, and that should do it. Perfect. So the area inside of this, next to that pin, is a gate. And I will give you a description right here. At the south end of this cave, there are two 15-foot tall standing stones hewn from black basalt. Carved into the lintel stone, spanning them is a large blood-red X. Wait. That's not the right one. Why do I want to send you to level 19? I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound very nice. This map doesn't look right. What am I doing?
My body is not ready for 19.
No? Okay, well then. Fine.
My level 13 body is not ready.
There stands before you a gate. Where are we? That's my fault, guys. I totally marked the wrong gate in my notes. Alright. Cave contains a pair of standing stones with an inanimate minotaur skeleton embedded in each one. They're facing each other, and the standing stones form one of Hallister's magic gates. You're not really sure how to activate them, though. Each of them has a different method. One of them, you had to stand in front of it with a book. And one of them, you had to solve a puzzle. There's lots of different methods for opening these gates, but it's usually something that you can intuit from the clues in the area surrounding it. Unique to this gate, you note, two standing minotaur skeletons embedded in the stone, facing one another.
Facing one another.
And we're standing before the portal right now.
Yes. Housefreth guards stand around. Your allies, luckily.
Can I take a closer look at these minotaur skeletons?
Yes, absolutely. As you sort of walk up, you note that it's odd because their actual bone, their living bone for that matter, it's not dried and cracked. It's fresh and looks like it's shiny and somewhat moist. It's a little bit damp. If you were to try and figure out how to get living bone embedded in stone, it would take a significant amount of magic, you think. But maybe it's best that this stone is encasing these minotaur skeletons.
So I would like to turn to our allies and be like, "Hey, gentlemen, how do we proceed here? Do we know?"
One snaps to attention and stands next to it. Sir, I'm not allowed to tell you that. The other one kind of leans over and says, "Hey, over here."
I follow.
So you step around the side of the gate, and he says, "What's it worth to you, huh?"
What did he say?
What's it worth to you?
I will. It is worth whatever the cost is to get us in there.
Can I hear this? Can Nezrin hear this right now?
Ideally, I would not like to. I slip him 10 gold.
He coughs over the jangling of the coins as he stuffs them into his pocket, and he comes back around the corner and nods to his friend across the way, whom then says, right, well, you didn't hear it from me, but when the guys usually walk through here, all they do is they walk up and they put their hand on it. I mean, you got me. Sometimes they vanish, sometimes they don't. One poor guy, he wasted away with his hand on the gate, and we never. Well, we had to bury him. He may have starved to death.
Right. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of
Nesrin's just gonna walk right up and put her hand on it, and then she's gonna speak in Minotaur to the wall. Be like, now would be a great time to open.
So you just walk up and put your hand on it?
Yeah, I'll put both my hands up. Just
Okay.
kind of whisper to the Minotaur, open for me now.
As you
Bunny's
put your
gonna stare at
hands
her.
on the skeleton, your world goes black around you, and we'll move to the next for the party.
So seeing her do this, does she disappear? Is she go unconscious? Is she? What's happened?
Held fast, unblinking, unmoving, mid-syllable.
So I went up to look at it. So I was just standing next to her, going like, okay, and I do what I just saw her do. Maybe if she was trying to say something, I don't know if she disappeared before it went through. I might try to clumsily repeat her if she got the chance to talk, but I'm gonna try. Skeptically, but throwing caution to the wind.
All right. As you do the same, on the other stone, you reach out and put your hands on it, and the gate activates between you. But it's not really like a passage. It looks like a blue warped field. You don't see anything on the other side of it like you have on the previous ones. That being said, I need a wisdom
How many
save
skeletons
from each
were
of
there?
you. There's one on each side.
Okay. And they're each touching one right now.
Yes. I need a wisdom saving throw both from Bunny and from... I'm sorry, Christy. What's your character name? I don't have it on my
Nesrin.
screen. Nesrin. Can you change it in Zoom, please?
I'll do my absolute
I got
best.
you. I got you.
Okay, okay, cool. And you said a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Oh no. 4.
Perfect. And
So-
Bunny?
Wisdom saving throw. It's an 18 plus 10.
Perfect.
Wow.
I like it.
Cleric up in this business.
I love it so much. Hadar moves forward and places his hands onto the stone as Bunny disappears.
Chicken wise.
All right.
Can I do anything in this state, or am I just frozen and I have no abilities whatsoever?
I'm pausing the narrative for I'm determining something that will become relevant in just a
Oh,
moment.
okay.
So Hadar, you place your hands on the statue, or on the standing stone, and if you would roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Gladly. That is a 17 on the die, plus my massive saving throw of 2 for wisdom, so 19.
19. Okay. The
No.
world goes black around you. Rin?
Well, so at this point I see Hadar and I see, I'm so sorry,
Nesrin.
Nesrin. I'm gonna write that down. Nesrin standing there with their hands on the Minotaurs and the blue field between them, that the portal's open.
That's what you're seeing, yes.
Alright. Can I don't like this at all. I got 2 options here. I'm talking to myself. That's a little quirk of mine. I could walk through the portal, or I can see what's going on with these 2. I'm gonna look over to our compatriots. And it's not motion to them. Hey, you don't mind giving us a little hand here? Can y'all put your hands on there and we can walk on through?
There is no way I'm putting my hands on there, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have duty to stand here and protect this gate from anybody else entering from the other side that is not a friend of House Freth. I cannot abandon
Understood.
my duties.
So I'm going to be a little crazy. I'm gonna walk into the blue portal,
Tell you,
see what happens, and then come back.
As you walk into it, you are slowed immediately, as it's like walking into a trampoline. I need a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall on your butt as it repels you.
Dexterity save. All right. That's a 12 plus 9, 21.
Yeah, you're able to maintain your balance as it rejects you utterly.
All right, so that's test number 1 complete. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna head on over to Nezrin's skeleton, and I'm gonna put my hand on the skeleton.
All right. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
All right. That would be an 18.
Okay, and your world goes black. So, those of you that your world has gone black, you find yourselves each separated amidst a maze.
Ooh, minotaurs.
The stamping and the snorting seems to pursue you in your dogged flight through the rest of the maze as you continue round after round, attempting to find an exit as you are pursued by
Let's
the
take that.
angry sounds of a minotaur. And that will begin round 1 of combat, in which Bunny is alone on the battlefield.
Oh God.
You will each have another attempt to pass your wisdom saving throw and exit the maze into the reality on the other side on level 14 of Arcturiadoom. So,
Bunny's a buff girl.
Bunny, would you please, for me, roll initiative?
Oh no.
Ooh, jeez.
Oh, not good.
I will describe for you what you see. As you come out to the other side,
Got a nat 20. Plus 3. 23.
Nice.
23. Amazing.
23.
I love it. So, standing before you, well, not so much standing, as in the general area in front of you are 2 worm-like creatures, about 9 feet long apiece, about 1.5 feet tall at the waist, with tentacles extending forward from their lower half of their face with an enormous bug-shaped eyes. They look like moth larvae, maybe, or caterpillars without any hair. And they are feasting upon the remains of another one of them. Throughout the room, there are various types of fungus, and some of it looks like it might be edible, some of it looks like it might be toxic, but without the roll, you're not really sure which one you're going to be able to eat or not. The 2 carrion crawlers that see you as you step forward from the gate lunge upwards, eyes towards you, and begin emitting a terrible hissing sound as they come crashing towards you. But with your faster initiative, you will take first action in this combat.
Toki dokie. So these weird worm-like thingies. I'm gonna want to hit them with something. Do I want to use a higher level spell, or do I want to try that sweet, sweet cantrip action? There's 2 of them, and I'm alone, so I'm gonna look. What's the one that splits off into multiple things? I could also use some of my big fire that I never get to use because there's always other people trying to hit things. Let's see here. Where's Fireball? What level 4? 3?
3, probably.
5, I thought.
Fireball. No, Fireball is a 3.
No, it's a 3. It's a 3. You can't cast it till level 5.
Right.
Because I never get to use it, I'm tempted to just throw out that there Fireball. Where's the damage on it? Oh, that's helpful if I looked in the right place. Fireball. 8d6 fire damage in an area. I'm gonna throw a Fireball. It's a Dex, DC 18 Dex save.
Alright, just trying to pull up the stat block here. Come on. No, that's not the stat block you want me to use. There we go. Okay. So that is going to be a Dex save.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a 10 and a 3.
It's not good enough. So they're gonna take, what did I say, 8d6?
I'm sorry, actually, wait. What's the range? That's a 20-foot radius, correct?
I think so. I just closed it for some reason. Yeah, 20-foot radius sphere at a center point.
Okay. And go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Can somebody help me with the math? Because it's going 8d6.
Gladly.
Cool. 5. 3. 5. 3. 2. 6. 5. 3.
That would be
32.
32, right?
Yeah, 32 on my math as well.
And then 6.
Sweet.
For the last
That was 8, I think. Oh, there
5,
was 6.
3, 5, 3, 6.
8.
5, 3, 5, 3, 2, 6, and you said 6 is the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, so 38
38.
points of damage.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. To both of them.
Noise.
Nice. So they reel back in, like, parts of them are blasted off and singed, and they're smoldering and smoking, but they're still screeching and rushing towards you. You do note, though, that as those two, this happens to those two, and as the fireball expands, another one falls from the ceiling, and then another one plops off to the side, only slightly burned.
Someone roll a good deck save.
All right. So,
We scream back in the general direction of the maze. I could use some help.
all right. And then it will be the carrion crawler's turn, who are going to rush towards you. The first is going to make an attack. As it tries to whelm you, it tries to push you down and begins gnashing teeth at you. That will be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, yep, that hits.
All right. So that will be a tiny, tiny little bit of damage. Embarrassingly small. With 3 points of damage.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that's 5 points of damage.
Oh. Such a difference.
And then it's
Oh,
going to make a bite attack against you.
By the way, I have adamantine armor on, so I can't be critical.
Ooh, I like that. All right, so that will be 20 to hit on the second one.
That is tied with my armor class.
All right, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Glad I put my extra points in con. 17 on the die plus 4.
Well and above. Perfect. All right, so the bite is going to do... Two d4 plus 2 fighting damage, so that's 8 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
All right, the second one is going to come charging towards you, and is a nat 20, but cannot crit on the tentacles. That will be
It's a good use of my items.
4 points of damage, followed by an 18 to hit on the bite.
18, no. And what was the one before that? The amount of damage?
8.
8? Okay. Alright,
And-
yeah, 18 does not hit.
Okay.
Prefer
And,
to be the one
and I need
here.
another con save.
Or glass cannons or anything.
I need another con save.
Con save?
Yep.
Oh, 17 again. Plus 4.
Perfect. Okay, so no paralysis from the carrion crawler for you this round. The other two are prone and unable to get to you. which will
Which way over
begin. Yes, one of them still burning. Which will begin round 2. I will start with Hadar.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. We'll start with Nesrin. Nesrin, you
All
will
right.
make your
Another wisdom save?
Yeah, let's go with Nesrin first.
Wait, I'm making another wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay.
You can't cast guidance on some.
Ooh, natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
Yes.
So you will enter into the second round as the exit of the maze looms before you, the hot breath of the Minotaur chasing you. As you exit the gate, you are dropped face first into the room and come slamming down onto your head in front of the gate. You'll enter prone.
She pops in next to me, yes?
Yes, she is right next to you.
It's nice of you to join me.
Next, Hadar.
That was easy.
Oh gosh. Oh no. I rolled a natural one. Which is
Oh.
a 3.
You find yourself back at the beginning of the maze, face to face with the Minotaur.
Bunny screams back, remember to go left. You didn't go left, did you?
Curse you, curse you, Alistair.
Curse you, Hadar.
I
is
just
right.
start running again.
All right, Nesre, would you please roll an initiative for me while I go with Rinarissa? Where are you in the maze?
All right, let's see. It's a 19 plus something. Wisdom, 21.
21. Oh.
And I got 17 for my initiative.
I will say that it gets you through it because you can only succeed on a natural 20 with a +2. I will say that you trip and find your way through, though the book says 22. And it's no
Wow.
fun for your character to
I'm in
start.
the same
with.
Impossible.
I'm in the same boat. I needed that
Yep,
20.
yep. So the Minotaur boots the both of you with the horns, and you go flying up over the maze wall and find yourself in the reality that is the beginning of the dungeon level. Swap character sheets because you both died. I'm just playing. Okay, so please, all of you roll initiative then. Nesrin, you will.
Ooh, nice. Nat 20 plus 4, so 24.
And Nezrin rolled 17.
I got
Okay.
a 9.
Okay, so it will be Rinarissa, Bunny, Nesrin, and Hadar, correct?
Yes.
I was
So-
23, that's all I remember.
Yep, which would be second after the 24.
Yeah.
So, the carrion crawlers will be acting on initiative 16. We're not using an initiative tracker at the moment just because I don't have it all set up over there. You have all your characters in. So, you know what? Let me have a second here. I bet I could do this super fast. Let's see, we got Rinarissa.
Time to read my spells.
Let's go to break real quick. I'm going to set up the initiative tracker, and we'll be right back, guys.
Sounds
Or
good.
you can chat amongst yourselves.
Definitely.
Welcome to the dungeon, everybody. It's nice to see you finally made it.
Well, I was in this little maze with this Minotaur chasing me, and I'm like, oh my god, what are those things?
It's no wonder I can't find my friends. I was separated from them, and I keep coming back here, and I still don't know where they are. Damn this Alistair.
Good.
Sometimes the Minotaurs just get a little moody. You just gotta sweet talk them. It's fine. You'll be alright.
Did any of you bring a magical ball of yarn? No? No magical balls of
No.
yarn?
Not today.
Not today, Satan. Trying to look at my spells like, ooh, what could I use?
I know.
Next, Spirit Guardians, go! Really gonna Spirit Guardians. Oh, I need to mark that I use that third level spell.
Let's see here.
Initiative order was Rin, Bunny, right? Rin
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Because he got a 24 and I've got a 23.
And then me, and then
the wormies, or I think it's
Wormies.
six. That's their initiative.
Yep. So it's me, then the Wormies, and then Hadar.
Yeah, they're on initiative 16, I think.
Yeah.
I do have one use of resurrection. Please don't make me use it. My one
Oh.
7th level slot.
We'll do our best.
Well, I can't make any promises there, but we'll do our best, as he said.
I also have one use of heal, which does 70 health outright.
Nesfred, you got 17, right?
Yes.
And Hadar was a 9.
Correct. I have a whopping +0 initiative.
All right, so we will be starting at the top of the round for round 2, in which Renarissa will be first. I'll put this up here. Just
All right, so do I know what kind of monsters these are? Are they primordials, abominations, beasts?
Let's see. Roll me a knowledge, roll me a nature, excuse me.
Nature. All right, that's a plus whopping 0, so that's going to be fantastic. And that would be a natural 1. So of course, yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Quite the opposite. You are certain that these things are aberrations. They cannot be from this plane.
Fantastic. I'm going to take me out some aberration worms.
Nothing
So
has
I'm going to
tentacles
take
and
the big one that's on fire from unknown spells that have happened while I was in the maze. I'm going to we'll go ahead and do a sharpshooter. But I'm going to do superiority die as well. To do a precision attack. So 1d20 plus a d8 to hit is that'd be a 10 plus 13, so 23 to hit.
A 23 to hit will definitely hit.
Alrighty, so that is a plus 5 damage on a d8 plus 4. It's 5, 9, and another 10, so that's 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. So let's
What
see.
weapon is Rin using?
I am using a vicious longbow,
Nice.
and then I'm going to. Does that seem to do anything to him? All right, attack him again. That would be an 8 plus 13 to hit. It's 21 to hit.
21 to hit will hit. You are attacking which one? The one right in front of you?
Yeah, the closest one that's on fire.
Yes. So you did what? 19 damage.
19 on the first.
19 will kill the first one.
Nice. All right, then I'm going to just take my aim and move it over to the other one that's standing.
Yep.
That would be 12 points of damage to that one.
That will not be enough to kill it. All right, but it does look to be on its last limb. You see that it's vaguely skittering through the dirt with one of its legs, but it's looking at you with its mouth open, the tentacles flying, but it appears to be somewhat immobile.
Yeah, that thing's kind of freaking me out. Can someone squish it, please? Thanks.
So they're wiggling.
Yeah, it's my turn. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit if I can. Is there like a wall behind me from where I entered at?
Don't go back in the base.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go into the maze.
Okay. There is. I know you. If you actually want to log back into Fantasy Grounds, I do have it up, and your character is actually sitting there on the map now.
All right.
I'm looking at it on the stream.
I've tried, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting in the right.
It's okay. We'll get it figured out before the next one. No big deal.
First.
I'm gonna back up a little bit towards the right side of that red little pin that's in there. Kind of that one that's. If I can't move myself, it's on the stream, but go back 2 and up 1.
You click on the stream, but nothing's happening. Ooh.
I know, right? So I'm moving back 2 squares, up 1. That's be where I want to be at.
Having a little bit of technical issues here.
Okay.
Happens.
That's right. Come on. Jump.
Welcome
on
to the
in.
wild world of streaming.
There we go.
Difficulties will happen, not if will.
No doubt.
And that's when you have a 17. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's see, you are dead. And alright, I'm sorry, the third one you did, Ranarissa, what was the third?
Yeah, it was 12 damage. 12 points of damage.
Perfect, got that already. Next is going to be Bunny's turn.
Okay, so there's one's dead, 2. Are they still prone or are they getting up at this point? Like they've gotten up, they used their last turn to get up?
They have not gotten up yet. It has not been their turn yet.
Let's see, which one of these splits off into multiple attacks? Create 3. I think I'm gonna do that sweet, sweet Scorching Ray. Ooh, I did. That's create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. Range is 120 feet. Each one does 2d6 fire damage, so I probably throw 1 at the one right up in our business, and then the other 2 at whichever one looks a little bit squishier. You said one of them was on fire and one of them was less on fire, of the ones that are prone.
Okay.
That is a... where'd it go? Scorching Ray, Scorching Ray. Just clicked on it. Yeah. So... I think roll an attack on that? Did it just happen? Instantaneous. Ranged spell attack, yeah. So I'll roll 3 ranged spells attacks. Is that on this one? Yes. Anybody remember?
I'm sorry. I was
That's correct. You're
throwing out
using the
joke.
Scorching
What
Ray,
was-
right?
Yeah, Scorching Ray. Three
Yes, yes.
ranged spell attacks. Cool. With my modifier. Spell attack. That one. That's a 12. First one I'm gonna hit. 23. 15.
Both will hit.
Okay. So that's 2d6 for each of them.
Perfect. Okay. Roll it up.
1, 2, 4, 1.
So the 2 at the first one will actually kill it. At the one that he said, please stop it, just kill that thing, it's nasty. It's sort of squirming in front of you. It dies after the first hit. And the next
Totally.
hits will go to the next one.
That was 4. 6, and I said a 1 on the one before.
Okay, so 6 and a 1, so 7 points of damage. Perfect.
To whichever one looks squishiest.
Yep.
Probably the one
Very
still
nice.
on fire, is what you said.
Yeah, it's still kind of like burning a little bit.
Smoldery.
All right, Nesrin.
All right. Do I have a line of sight of one then? Like, am I able to see both of them right in front of me?
You can.
Okay. Well, since they don't seem all that difficult, I'm going to do Firebolt at the one farthest away.
All right.
All right, so let's see what happens here. Natural 20 plus 9, so 29.
Ah,
That'll hit.
All right, so let's see.
Did you crit on the 20? Crit damage?
Yeah. Ooh. 10, 11, 17, double 17.
Double the dice. Double the dice.
Oh, double the dice.
So roll the dice twice, and 1 times the modifier.
Twice as nice.
27. 30. Okay, so 36 points of damage.
36
Nice.
With what?
points.
That was firebolt.
Oh, nice.
A cantrip. That's awesome.
We
Yeah.
lighting everybody on fire.
So you just unleash hell on this thing. It had been a hit for 19 plus 36 is definitely more than the 51 hit points that it had, and it actually like rolls over a few times as it's blasted back and slams into the wall. Split open, clearly not going to ever rise again, but maybe feeding some of its brethren after a few weeks of rotting.
Everybody burn. Looks over. That's what I'm talking about. Bring light. Fire, radiance, and thing.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's alright, it's alright. And then as a bonus action, I'm just gonna spend a sorcery point and do it again at the other one.
Oh man, okay.
Nice.
This is how it's done, everyone.
Had
So
enough.
done.
Had enough.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. 19 points damage.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, and it is a smoking ruin. Nothing remaining. Just in time, right before it would have been the Carrion Crawler's turn. For everybody's knowledge, Carrion Crawler is only a level 2 or CR2 creature, and they feast on the rotting and desiccation of the dead. So, you
Well, I can see you all need my help a great deal.
There's just, you got a scent of fried, cooked worm coming in your nose.
And as it's burning, because I can see with the firelight, I'm just gonna walk up to it and kick it with my boot over and just look around. Disgusting creature.
It's live on your shoe.
Did y'all kill it with fire? Because those things are nasty.
We did kill it. Wrong voice. We did kill it with fire. Lots and lots and lots of fire.
Good. All right, so I can come out of hiding now.
Yes, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Good job. Very proud of you.
So there is a significant amount of fungus in the room, but some of it might or might not be edible if you did not bring enough rations. You don't know how long you're going to be down here, after all. But as the roasting stench of these things wafts across you, it doesn't really seem all that appetizing, anyways.
It's like shrimp. What are you talking about?
So, off to
Is
the
there-
left,
Is there any light down here?
Only that
I'm
which you
radiating
bring.
light constantly.
Bunny, you are radiating light constantly.
Yep, my I have the what is it, the X, they're the Mace of Disruption, which constantly is emitting light when I'm holding it. And
I love it.
I'm just, and it's pink light too, so everything's lightly pink. All of my spells that do radiant damage, they're pink. My armor is pink. I'm
What's
a
the
on
range
fire
on
bird.
Bunny
light?
only skips, right?
Hmm?
Bunny only skips around.
I mean, she prefers to skip, but she'll scuttle if she needs to.
Okay.
Hadar
Yeah.
casts light on the tip of his halberd.
I can also cast light for free too. I'm built around light. Built around light.
And he actually says, "Well, pink is it?" And he makes the light also pink.
Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna do great.
Pink is my lucky color.
Great color.
Okay, so before you, there are 2 exits from the chamber. Well, 3 technically, but they really just kind of go around the same area. You poke your head into the one to the left, and you note that it's really kind of just a natural cave backdrop with there's a bed in one corner. It's kind of rank in there, and off to the right, the cave seems much larger. So you head off down towards a right direction, following the main passage, which brings you out into a much more open space. In the distance, there's a central pillar in the room in front of you, and there are machined grooves in the walls and floor, looking as if they have been mechanically harvested in one way or another. And the hot air begins to roll in from the path to the south as you're standing on the edge of the room, sort of behind the mass of one or two stalagmites in the area. And as you're watching like a freight train, this enormous 100-foot hulking steel stone-chewing worm with segmented legs and stone-grinding mouth parts and glowing red eyes just rolls through and around the central pillar of the room and back out from which it came to the path to the south. The shaking subsides. What do you do?
Well then,
Nope.
I'm gonna drink a healing potion because I forgot to do that, and I should definitely do that. What on earth was that?
That was a big worm.
And it hasn't noticed us yet?
It rolled on out. It did not stop. It didn't see you.
Perhaps we should follow it. It might lead us somewhere useful.
All right. Well, I will go ahead and make us go stealth, and I will try to sneakily follow the giant worm.
I'm just sipping on a healing potion like it's a juice box.
Rin, Arissa, would you please roll a stealth check for me?
All right. So, Mr. Rin, oh, that's fantastic. Let me tell you, that is a roll of rolls for the stealth check. So let's see here. I have advantage on dexterity stealth checks for moving silently because of my boots of elven kind. So I will re-roll that 2 for advantage. And that's much better at a 9. Stealth would be a +9, so that's 18.
Okay. So as you stealth your way out into the open, nobody's light seems to be shining on you as nobody's followed you yet. You do see that there is a stone doorway across from you.
All right. About how far away is that?
Double doors framed with carvings of worm-ridden skulls. Carved into the lintel above the double door is a sconce sculpted to resemble a skeletal hand with continual flame spell cast in its palm. You're just outside the light range on this, which is about 30 feet. Get the impression if you approach too much closer, you will be exposed by the light.
All right. Do I see any guards other than the giant worm that's crawled away, or is it like anyone up on like in the ceiling on trebuchets or whatever they're called with the little balconies? And...
No, there does not appear to be any like stationary. Hold on, I'm trying to grab something here. There we go.
All right. Do I hear any shuffling from that worm coming back, or did I get the sense that that worm's pieced out?
You get the impression that it's not there anymore.
All right. All right. I'm gonna look back and gesture to the group, point at the door that they obviously can see, and I'm going to kind of make a wide berth around it to stay out of the lighting, and see if I can get a bit different angle on the door or different side of the pillars of the door.
So I've kind of zoomed out here for this stream, but I'm not sure. Let me see if I can see that on the screen.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yep. All right. So, and so basically, the fire is. I see the stone door, and the fire. Are they on the those little pillars that are next to the door, or is that where that star's at?
The stars are on the far side. There's nothing looking at you. There's nobody here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wide berth up to that northern wall, staying out of the firelight, and try to get around that pillar that's up there to the north, and see if I can get like a little closer peek at the door without being exposed directly by the light.
So the skeletal hand holding the continual flame is directly above the door. There's no way to do it without getting in directly in the light.
But if I'm close to that wall between that pillar, there's less. I'm not in the open.
You're
It's gonna
currently
be
in
harder
the shadow,
to see.
yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to like peek through that little crack, see if I can get an idea, kind of get a layout of the door. You said there's writing, and there's that fire. There's a hand of fire, and then there's a stone door. Does it look like there's a lock or anything on the door? Does it look like it's free moving? I just want to kind of look at the door, get a closer look at it.
All right.
And Nesrin's just staying close to Bunny and her pink light right now, just so she
We're
can
just
see.
sort of trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna. I'm sure he'll either come back and tell us, or we'll hear a scream.
Hadar looks to the two ladies and says,
I'm not usually one for waiting.
and he's just kind of like tapping his foot impatiently.
You can creep up there if you'd like. I mean, I glow constantly, so in sneaky situations, I'm not the best one to go. I can make myself dim, but it's very difficult.
We'll give him a moment.
Okay.
Alright, taking in what I can, I'm gonna kind of slowly back away back towards the group to the top of this little boulder that's in the center here and kind of gesture to the team to come closer.
As you turn around and begin walking away,
Oh god.
you bump into something.
Oh, please be a stone, please be a stone, please be a stone! I
And you
look,
hear a thump and a guff of, like a spout of dust shoots away from a humanoid shape on the floor in front of you that is entirely invisible.
great.
It's dusty, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And as it hits the ground, it says, "Oof! Oh, you clumsy oaf!"
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Run away!
And out of the darkness, well, out of nothing really, appears a drow who lets his invisibility spell fall. He says, "I've been sitting here on guard duty for this door for and you're just gonna reveal us this way. What are you doing? Are you or are you not a friend of House Freth?"
Yes.
Can I hear this?
Yes, you could hear some shouting on the other side of what it sounds to be a very, very angry drow.
Hadar runs up immediately to see what's going on.
I'm gonna scoot over.
I'm going to say absolutely, Mr. Drow, Mr. Drogar. I am here
Freth.
to help with your problem. So
What's going on here?
I'm an ally.
We pop around the corner. Like, what's going on?
I kind of give him the hands like I got this, I got this, I got this, which I really don't got this.
The drow who told us to come in here said nothing about anyone. Is he still sitting on the floor? Sitting on the floor.
Yeah, he's still sitting there, like, pointing back up at him. And, let's see,
Tell them. They sent us in here. That's.
Yeah, we were sitting in here to, do some exploration. Yeah, we got to kill the. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have let this encounter because I'm not the best. My intelligence is not that high. So yes, we're on the same side, and yeah, I'm here to help. How can I help?
Like, the drow has the insignia of the house on them, right? They usually do.
Into existence pops a closet, and another drow from the other side of the other pillar comes walking out. Hey, you know you're being loud over there.
How many of you are there?
Well, I'm trying not to be, but he's yelling at me. I'm telling him on the same side. I'm here to help, and he
Sir,
keeps
you do
yelling at me.
realize that by yelling that he's being loud, you are in turn being loud.
Well,
Just saying.
yes.
No, not you. I was talking to the drow that was yelling at him that he was being loud.
Oh.
You already
That makes
blew
sense.
our cover. Who cares?
What was that thing that you guys were hiding from?
As you say this, you hear from beyond the doors, clank. Clank. It sounds like big, enormous chunks of metal being like slammed into big, enormous hunks of metal, and they're not being too quiet about it.
How long did they say that they've been here?
We've been here for days.
And you've just been waiting here? There's nothing you could have done other than just sitting here?
We're on guard. What do you do when you're on guard?
I mean, guards don't usually walk around, so I understand why they didn't do
You see that metal monstrosity come through? Did you lure that down here?
No.
Was the clanking from behind the doors? Like that's behind the doors we hear this metal?
Yeah, that happens every now and then. I don't know what's going on over there. This is kind of like for why we're invisible, trying to keep quiet out here, because they haven't opened the door yet, but whoever's back there, that's a big heavy chunk of metal they're throwing around, and it does not sound friendly.
So you've never tried to open? Is the door locked? Do you
I
know?
look like I want to die?
I mean, I don't think so.
Well, you do, so you open the door.
I mean, that's not on my to-do list, but like, sort of why we're here.
Oh, well, you're a friend of House Freth, and, you know, I'm not going to stop you, but, don't expect me to come in after you.
Wouldn't dream of it. You know anything else? Anything? I mean, you've been on guard, but have you been asleep? Like, have you watched? Like, you know, anything at all? Anything at all?
Roll me a persuasion attempt.
Oh, great. Good. Oh, where's my...
Or intimidation. Charisma check. Your
I
choice.
don't think I am a particularly intimidating person. I'm neither
I
persuasive.
can growl at him.
My charisma is 11. But for some reason, my charisma throw is 15. I've got proficiency in charisma savings. That's a sweet 11.
You think you're scared? You think you're scarier than what's behind that door over there? I mean, I don't know what's behind that door over there.
Can I?
I'm not trying to
walk-
intimidate you. I'm just trying to persuade you. Like, I'm not like.
I may have a solution here, gentlemen, or gentle elves. I don't know.
Gentle drow.
People. I have a proposition for you. How much do you get paid for this particular guard duty scenario event that you have going on?
Someone didn't spend his money.
Are you serious? You seriously impugn my honor in such a manner? I am a guard of House Freth. And he goes into a litany of
I will give you
titles and
1,000. I will
names.
give you 1,000 gold pieces to go touch the door.
I touched the butt.
You, sir, are a fool. I will take that bet.
Done. I pull out 1,000 gold coins and I hold it in my hand. Well, I hand it over to him because I'm not gonna hold that in my hand because that's a lot of gold. After you, sir.
He takes 1,000 gold from you and clanks his way over to the door, dragging the gold, and pounds 3 times on the door, and turns around and walks the other way, dragging this sack of gold.
All right, well, that's okay because now we know the door's not trapped. So
However, on the other side of the door, the clanking and slamming metal noises stop. And the two guards from House Breath immediately begin casting invisibility on themselves again. And
This is whenever I
Disappear.
wish I had pocket glitter.
which
Pocket
is way
glitter.
better than pocket sand.
Yes, pocket glitter. You remain iridescent. You can't invisible.
All right.
Covered in glitter.
AKA fairy fire.
Yes, I do have fairy fire.
Okay, so the clanking has stopped on the other side of the door. You know that it is safe to touch the door, and you are once again alone in the chamber. 1,000 gold poorer.
Well, the door is not trapped, nor is there a trap inside the illumination. So I'm going to kind of get into the corner and slowly inch my way towards the door where I'm no longer exposed. Oh, I'm not afraid of the fire, the lit up fire area anymore, and kind of examine the door closer.
I mean, I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick close to Bunny.
I'm the one with the shield. I kind of gotta follow.
Can I, for the door itself, is there a way to determine, is there any like drag marks on the, other than the gold coin sack, but where the door would open or shut frequently, like drag lines for the door? Does it look
Say
like it swings
crystal?
in?
They look like they swing outward.
Okay, so they open into the chamber we're in?
Yes.
Alright. Do I see any kind of like handle or like chain or pulley system, any way to open it? Or is it...
They have big old handles right on them. It looks very easy to open.
Alright, I turn to the party and I just shrug and I point to the door.
I like
Eh?
your style, Rin. You're a man of action like me.
Hadar puts both hands on the doors and is gonna try to pull them open.
While you're trying, I'm like, I
Like,
mean, we
grabs
just
both
sit here and
handles.
stare at the walls for forever like them, but
Roll
like,
me
I feel like we should move forward.
a strength check, Hadar.
12 plus 5, 17.
You strain
That's
and
just straight strength, no athletics. Because if it's athletics, it's way
no,
higher.
it's just a strength check.
Okay.
Yeah, for opening doors and things like that, it's always just a straight strength check.
Okay. 17.
That is almost not enough. I mean, it's right on the line. You grab these doors and you see the muscles pull out on his shoulders and back. His triceps begin bulging and pulls his head back, and you see the veins coming out on his neck as he's straining. And finally, the doors begin to pull slowly outward. And a of gas comes out right across him, dusting him with red pyrite dust, iron ferrous dust.
Like we could have done that together.
I could help if you wanted help.
Yeah, like.
Well, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna knock an arrow and hold a arrow just in case something tries to charge out at us.
All right.
I
And
am a
Bunny,
gargoyle.
I'm gonna.
You know, I'll take one side of the door and just help.
Okay.
Because I forgot to mention it, Bunny is 8 feet tall. Firebird. Furbird.
Furbolg.
She's a
Furbolg.
furbird. I always say it weird.
Furber.
Lady. Like, she a big girl. She buff girl.
Just inside the door.
Dainty. She's not dainty, and she's well tanned. You would expect her to be. It looks a little artificial. Spends a lot of time laying in the sun. Because she does.
First thing to come to your eyes as the cloud of iron dust settles and smoke goes roiling out through the tops of the doors. The smell of sulfur is pungent and powerful in your nostrils. There before you stand two male fire giants. Let me just go ahead and reveal them.
Yep.
And they are standing there holding Massive chunks of iron that have been brought about from various places. It looks very clearly to be scrap of some form or another. Scattering around them and picking up smaller pieces of this iron scrap, plates, gears, anything that looks like it might be made of iron, are 7 hobgoblins. As you open the door and all of this comes crashing out towards you and the light illuminates you in front of them all, we're going to jump straight into initiative as they shout out in Giantish.
Well, since I had an arrow knock for or something charge out, can I get a preemptive
I will
arrow
say
sling?
you have a ready to action at the start of combat.
Also, I do speak giant for some reason. I don't know why, but I do.
Basically, in their oafish speech, they're saying, "Grab them! They are fodder for the pits."
They're trying to grab us. You couldn't get that. Not friends, not friends, not friends.
Yeah,
There are
I'm
two
firing
statues.
I'm firing at one of the hobgoblins charging.
Also, there are 2 statues of dwarves flank the double door on the inside. Each statue stands atop a crumbling 2-foot-high stone block. The statues are half melted, half grotesquely mutated in some way, shape, or form. Do not appear to be the once fine, resplendent dwarves that they used to be.
They no longer resemble the fine dwarven craftsmanship that almost certainly went into making them.
Exactly. Dwarves don't craft monstrosities when it comes to statues. What the heck is going on in this place?
Certainly
they
not
no-
of dwarves.
Have they no decency? Warping dwarven craftsmanship? It's not right. It's not right. Okay, so at the beginning of combat, their initiatives are established. We will start by rolling each of you a new initiative.
I have 17.
20.
Okay, so that was a 17 for Bunny.
I also have a 17, but Bunny will probably go first because I have a 0 modifier.
Yeah, my modifier's 3, so.
17 for Hadar.
Ren's got a 14.
All right. 14 for Rin. And what was that for Desmond?
20.
Perfect.
Yeah, dirty 20.
And then we will start off with Rin launching an arrow.
All right. That is going to be a natural 1.
As your arrow glances off, it goes flying down the hallway, and another scream shouts out from down the hall. And the
Well.
clattering of metal ensues.
Yep. Yeah, that's about right. All right.
All right, and we
Alright.
will start at the top of the round with Nezrin.
All right. Well,
That was a thing that happened.
okay, so Nezrin is first gonna just look around and be like, I don't want any of these getting as close to me as they can, so she's gonna cast Fear and see how many of them she can keep away.
All right, and is that centered on the caster,
Uh,
or is that?
it's in a
Taking
30-foot
effect.
cone, yeah, it starts at me.
Okay, so
so-
are you
You're
going
gonna
to step
forward.
forward, or are you going to cast from where you are?
Yeah, you'll need to move forward if you want to hit more than some hobgoblins, probably. Also, does anyone here primarily a melee dealer of damage? I don't want
Well, I mean, I can mix it up because I'm an Eldritch Knight.
thinking of casting Dawn. I don't know how long that sticks around.
Okay, so
me.
yeah, I'll move How far? Okay, so I have movement of 20 or 30. I mean, so how close can I get one of those giants within that cone range?
If you move forward 15 feet, you'll get both of them. You'll get
Alright,
one from where you are now.
Let's do that. Why not? 15 feet, and then I can always just move back after I cast it.
Okay, that will get you to both of them.
Okay. And it's a Wisdom 17 save they have to make.
Okay, perfect. So the first hobgoblin is going to roll for all of the hobgoblins. Wisdom save 15. What was the DC?
17.
All right, so they fail. The fire giants
Oh man.
are going to make their wisdom save and fail as well. So
Nice.
all of them are feared.
Wow.
Nice.
Alright.
17, guys. That's welcome to level 13.
And Nezrin's just gonna say, there. They're not coming any closer. Just run back by Bunny.
All right.
There.
Using the remainder of your
Clutch.
movement, you get back there, and next will be Hadar's turn.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry,
Hadar-
Hadar. Sorry, it
I
should
thought
have been
Bunny's gonna
Bunny.
go.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a higher int, but it doesn't matter. Either way.
No, I put the
What?
17.1 in the wrong one.
So they haven't started running. I can't see on the map on the stream. It's a little squished over to the side.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's just a room there that they're gonna start running. I could cast Dawn, which sticks around for a minute. Or I could like do some Spirit Guardian? No. One Guardian. Guardian of Faith. Anyone? I don't know. It says on Dawn that the light is sunlight, but it also does radiant damage, 4d10s of radiant damage
Okay.
with a con save. So I'm like, that might hurt people if they try to run in there, and they're also planning on running away, potentially. Guardian of Faith. I can't move Guardian of Faith, can I? Decisions.
Bunny holds her action.
I think I'm gonna cast Dawn. I'm gonna cast it because I want to.
Do it.
The light of dawn shines down on a location you specify within range until the spell ends. A 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of bright light glimmers as the sunlight. When the cylinder appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 4d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. They must
Alright.
also make they must also make a save whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder.
7 con save for the hobgoblins,
That won't do it.
and for the fire giants, it will be a 27
What was that?
con save. 27 con save.
That will in fact miss them.
Okay, so they will have to try again if they are in the same position at the start of the next turn. Is that correct? The spell is stationary, or is it just one slam?
It says it's up to a minute, and it says if I am within 60 feet of the cylinder, I can move it. So I can move this along with us in front of
Okay.
us if I need to. So that's 4d10s on the hobgoblins. This is the right
Yes.
one, right?
And is it half as much on the, or is it negate?
Half as much on the
The fire
Giants.
giants. Perfect.
2 6, 7, 8.
So the hobgoblins, in the brilliant light as a sun pops into the middle of the room, and
Brilliant pink
just
Pink light. Brilliant pink light.
brilliant pink light, the sun from another realm, clearly. But for all you care, it might as well be an open portal into the elemental plane of pink fire, because the hobgoblins are immediately incinerated. All 7 of them.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Let me just go ahead and remove them from the initiative tracker. They only have 11 hit points to begin with.
And then the giants took half of that, which they're not going to be that squishy. But they took some.
What was that? 8, 7. There was 2, 8, 7, 6.
6, 2, 8, 7. Yeah, 2, 8, 7. And then there was the 6. I think.
29 points of damage. Halved will be 14 points of damage for each of the giants.
I've opened a calculator. I have it at the ready.
Perfect. Very well done, buddy. Very well. Hadar, follow that.
Maybe don't look into the light. Just saying.
Don't walk in that light.
He's like shielding his eyes. He's like, "Do we think we need to go this way?"
That light kills indiscriminately.
Yeah, apparently.
A supernova in there.
So believing they are going to be resistant to fire.
That was my thought.
So I think Hadar is just going to stand in the doorway and that's kind of weak. Yeah, he basically says, like he's getting ready to close the doors back up. Like, do we really need to go this way?
I don't know. Did we see? There wasn't any other way.
Actually,
we popped out of the maze. The way to go.
Your contact, before you left the city of Waterdeep, did tell you that you would need to enter through this door with the Worm Skull portal.
Okay, sweet. Thank you. That's great.
So we need to go this way.
All right.
It
So
said
then
specifically
throwing
you need to
caution
go
to the
right.
wind.
Do we need to go this way?
Do we need? Can't we dig a hole through? It'll take 17 years, but I think that seems like the better option.
So Hadar is going to, he says, "I think you do need to cool off," and he casts Frostbite at the nearest one. And then as a bonus action, he's going to, as a bonus action, he's going to move forward and swing his halberd. So I'm going to stay 10 feet away from them because I have reach.
I mean,
But I'm going to step into the room just close enough.
the cylinder is 30 feet, just so you know.
Yeah, but that's...
The whole room.
Oh, the radius is 30? It's a 60-foot diameter.
Radius, 60-foot
40
diameter.
feet tall, 30 feet wide.
Yep.
And it'll damage anyone.
And it's
in this room.
concentration, right?
Yeah, it's concentration for a minute.
So he won't move in. He'll just. So I'm just gonna stand sentry in the door and yeah. I still say, hey, I think you do need to cool off. So DC 15 Constitution save, which that will probably pass.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Group 29 save.
Oh God.
They may have a plus 10 Constitution save.
Yeah, it's.
Still a 25% chance it'll succeed still. So
Yeah, whenever they rolled that 27, I was like, oh yeah, con might do.
So what does your Frostbolt or Frostbolt?
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Yeah, if it's a cantrip, so if they save, there's
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. Nada.
It is more for
Because you wanted to make the
Funsies.
joke, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Because he's a
I'm really just standing, like, I'm literally not gonna let them get past me. So if they try to rush us,
They're also
I'm-
scared.
They're
you
they're
take-
fear. They're
Right,
all
so-
scared right now.
Did you take
Yeah,
a level
so-
in Bard? Because I think that was a Bard.
No, but I could. No, I'm done. I'm done for now. I'm
All
just gonna
right,
stay here
Rin,
at the
Rin Arissa.
All right. So, seeing the two hulking, tall giants with, I'm going to aim at the one on the left. I'm going to spin a superiority die, do a precise strike with sharpshooter for my first attack. That would be a 13 plus 13, 26, 30 to hit.
30 will hit.
All right, and so that's 1d4. So that's 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 10 is 19.
No.
19 points of damage on the first hit. Bonus
Perfect.
attack would be a 17 to hit.
I will not hit.
Okay. Should I break out the nuke? I think I want to break out the nuke. I'm going to action surge.
All
And
right.
I'm going to spend a superiority die again for a precise strike. I have one die left with sharpshooter.
Mhm.
That's a 29, 24 plus 13 is a lot to hit.
Yeah.
That would be 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 10 is 22. And
22, very nice.
when I do an action surge, do I get a bonus action? Because I'm
You get
technically
one
attacking.
extra action.
In that case, I'm going to attack again. I'm going to go ahead and burn superiority with a sharpshooter again, so I have no more superiority die after this.
Do it.
That's be a 27, 22, 35 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. And that would be a 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 10 is 15.
Okay. And that is how you really tear into a fire giant. It's veritably pincushioned. Being that we're in the 3-session series, I'm doing double damage on a lot of things to speed up combat and make it more thematic. So they're going to hit twice as hard as well.
Nice. All right, that's my turn. So I'm going to stay where I'm at because I got some pretty good distance.
Yeah, that
Nicely
fire
done.
giant is very, very hurt.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's his turn.
Oh, no.
God.
But third.
They're still scared.
Third.
He enrages and sort of starts charging toward you, realizing it's more than likely suicide at this point. Realizes, oh, there's a big scary bunny behind him. Or wait, no, it was Nesrin that cast the spell. Big scary Nesrin behind it. Oh, run the other way. And
I like
begins-
the thought that it was an actual bunny that scared him. No, I scared of bunnies.
Is going to go charging down the hallway in the opposite direction. And is going to lob a rock behind him that is not going to be able to hit anybody, but is just going to make an attempt to, well, he probably is going to hit somebody. He's attacking Hadar. On his way out of the room.
Incoming.
They
Oh,
There-
that will be a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
No, sir.
Oh, nice.
I just stand there and it like clangs off my armor.
Negative, Ghost Rider. That's not going to do. Your puny chunks of metal do nothing.
I look down at my armor and just kind of scoff.
Yeah, Scoff is
you
right.
crushed. You thought it might have been dented. It was just some dust. Or, you're like, it's fine.
You're gonna have to repolish that little pauldron later. With the loot you're gonna get from these guys, you might just buy a new one, though. Let's be real. All right, so the second fire giant, which it's saying is the one who ran away. So I'll just put this guy back here, and he ran away. This guy is going to also wish to make an attack, but can't charge from where he is, so he's going to make a tactical retreat while throwing a rock also at Hadar. Oh, wrong button. There we go. And right. What are you doing? Why won't you let me click that? There we go. All right. That is 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do. I eat
Okay.
that one in the face, I think.
Yeah, that will be 31 points of damage. You're on the stream. It says that you only had a few hit points because it's not leveled up or anything. It said instant death, but that's luckily not the case.
So I took
117.
31 hit points.
31 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you have 117, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Still, that one hurts. So now I'm like, "Ugh,
I have 150 health potions.
Wipe my jaw. Like, at least one of you dummies can aim.
As a big old chunk of iron scrap just kind of slams into your head, and he goes charging down the hallway as well. That will be the top of the round again. Nezrin.
Also, Nezrin, if you want, you can delay your turn. I don't know if you know, so that you can go after, like, I move the light and we move forward, probably. So if you want to delay, you can
Well-
delay until after we start doing that.
That's what I was just gonna ask if the light was still, because you're still concentrating on it, right? So.
Yeah, it's still there. I'm gonna make it follow them.
All right. Yeah. Then I'm gonna hold my turn until after Bunny then.
Okay, perfect. Then we will go back to Bunny.
Okay. So as a bonus action, I can move my light. So I'm gonna just start following him, moving that light along till it's right back over top of them, and I'm gonna walk forward so that I can
Perfect.
see them again.
So they need to make a constitution at the beginning of their turn, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
And then one of them got shot a whole bunch, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's not looking great.
Yeah, he's
You look at-
looking like there's a significant trail of fire giant blood on the ground that's burning.
He potentially 3d12 plus 5 looking might be death. I'm gonna. So I'm following. I'm slowly walking. You know, my 30 feet, my movement, pushing this pink supernova in front of me, and then all of a sudden, everyone just starts hearing bong, bong, bong from seemingly nowhere as I start casting Toll the Bell.
Toll the dead.
Toll the Bell. It's a necromancy cleric cantrip.
Toll the dead. Or
Xavier's
toll. Is it toll the
Dead.
Toll the Dead. And that's
does that negate your concentration?
no, it doesn't say it's a concentration spell. It's an at will.
Okay.
I checked. I was like, I'm still concentrating. And because I'm more than level 11, I get 3. And because they've taken damage already, instead of it being a D8 or 3D8, it's 3D12s. So I'm going to do
Brutal.
3D12 necrotic damage plus 5. And I think I was supposed to do plus 5 on something else in the past, but I didn't.
All right. Is there a save on that? I want to say it's wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom save. I was like, not again, Constitution.
17.
That will not hit. Or that 18 is what they had to be.
Oh, failed.
Right.
Okay, roll full damage against these poor saps.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
These fire giants didn't know what was coming down the tunnels for them today.
Not today. Satan's 9, 3, 12, plus 5 for the.
29 points of damage is definitely more than the first fire giant had remaining. And actually, you see as the wounds begin to split open further with reverberations down the hallway, and blood just gouts out of them further in spews of molten, it appears to be molten metal and burns through nice little pockets in the floor.
It's necrotic damage too, so they're like
Ew.
Yeah.
sizzling and gooing and.
They begin like melting into like these black rivulets down their skin.
Bunny is taking no shit today.
Yeah, that will definitely put them beyond the 162 hit points they have. Or at least that one. And the other one is going to take 29 points of damage. All right. And
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh no.
then it will be Nesrin's. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, pushed return.
Yep, Nesrin.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Just a little bit. I'm figuring it out.
Oh, no. There we go.
It'll be all right.
Being
It's
noisy.
gonna be a little awkward, but it'll be great. Okay, so what I wanted to do was
door handle, you might want to.
Also, your
Sorry.
bra is hanging from the door handle.
Just see there's a bra on your door handle.
oh, it's fine. No worries. Okay.
Hang them to dry somewhere.
We're all adults here.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Except for
I
the
will
one
in
of
the
those.
audience who are not. It's just clothing. We're good.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So I'm gonna follow Bunny's in the room, right? In the middle of the room?
Yeah. I ominously walked towards them.
Ominously. And
Bill's tolling behind me or in front of me, all
that's
around
right.
me.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I wanna go run up and be next to Bunny, and I'll have both of them in sight, right?
One of them. The other one is a pile of bubbling ooze that's on fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them's
Well-
kicking dead.
Well then the one that I see, I'd like to do lightning bolt at 3rd level,
Ooh.
and he needs to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, giants are really good at dexterity saving throws.
So dexterous.
Oh yeah, that's an 11.
Oh,
Ooh.
I forgot I speak giant, so whenever I annihilated that first one, I screamed something like, "Take that, motherfucker!"
Right.
You son of an ice weird!
Okay, so
Look,
8,
there's a halfling.
12, 13, 14, 15. That's 28 points of lightning damage.
Ew.
Emperor Palpatining this business.
Lightning blasts down the hallway and slams into its back as it's fleeing. It falls face first, busts its nose on the stone floor, landing in the pool of its former friend. It's still alive. You can see as it's struggling back towards feet.
It starts its turn soon, though, doesn't it? Soon.
Well, before you do.
Well,
Did-
it's still in my radiant light.
Yes. It is, in fact, in the pink glow of doom.
Did Bunny kill one of them?
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Falls down.
All right, and then we will move to Hadar. You've seen some serious crazy stuff happen through those doors, and
Yeah, Hadar's like thoroughly impressed. He's actually feeling really good right now because like he's not with, incompetent fools. He's with some people who actually can, are worth their mettle. So he just very comfortably, almost casually walks up alongside the two of them and just like shoulder as if he's like he's kind of a soldier, right? So everything he does is very like regimented. You can see this in like his armor's polished, the way his gear is stowed, the whole thing. He just walks right up to them as if he's marching, stands with them like broad-shouldered, and just he like stamps his halberd onto the floor, and with his other hand puts his other arm forward, and 3 bolts of force blue force bolts go spinning out down the corridor. They're like these corkscrews that lace down the corridor, loop up into the air, and just slam down on this guy with a magic missile.
You double dragon them.
Sure can.
So let's see. This is just first level. Oh come on, 2 1s and a 4. So that would be 6 plus 3. It's just 9 damage.
I mean, it
9
looked
points of
cool.
damage.
Yeah, that's
You
that's all.
swaggered up like I did.
That's right.
Actually, because of the significant damage that's been done to him already, that's it. These 3 bolts, all 3 are just pierced directly through his chest cavity and into the floor on the far side, leaving tracers of blue energy, pinning him in place for a moment as they fade out of existence, and his eyes roll back up into his head, and he falls back to the floor, where he was just trying to climb up from.
Awesome.
Well done, team.
No kidding,
Very
guys.
nice.
You are all very formidable, and I can see I have chosen wisely.
Bunny sort of snaps her fingers, and the giant cylinder of death pink light.
So Ren's gonna join. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Can I suggest we take a brief breather here? I would like to take a. We had time.
Taps would be nice.
So the
Anyone need
clanking of
healing?
hammers is loud in this hall, and the waft of the smelters can be felt in the heat rushing directly towards you through this 20-foot wide corridor that you are looking down with the red glow of the forges in the distance. And you want to take a camp here?
I mean, you said we would be taking long rests in between, so I don't know if you want us to push on right now.
I was actually going to narrate that we were going to go through the doorway and into the next section.
I think we should press on.
All right, I'm good. I'm down for that. I take a swig from my water skin and.
So
Head-
the combat took a little bit longer than anticipated, so I will skip us ahead a little bit in that we are actually still on track, just maybe a few minutes behind. Come on.
We started late and all that, so.
Yep, a little bit late, not bad. But as you go through this next area, everything is asleep anyway, so if you would roll a collective stealth check for me.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
All right. Well, I have advantage. So
I have disadvantage.
13 plus stuff.
Ooh, nice.
I have a 13 plus 9 is what? 22.
Did a 19?
18.
Okay, 19,
One.
18. 1.
Like literally a 1.
Oh, actually,
I rolled a 1 and I have. Plus
can
the-
I, before we move to the target, can I cast a spell?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us, so everyone gets plus 10 to that stealth roll.
I could
11.
I mean, I also have guidance, and
It's okay. With the 22 and the 18
I had a 19 too.
and a 19, that's a significant pass anyways, irrelevant of the plus 10 even, but still good to have, right?
Yes, thank you.
We carry Hadar through the area. Do not touch the ground.
And find yourselves before a door that it was described to you as being the doorway into Arcturia's chambers, where you will find your contact Alisair, the captive something or other. It's not a human. Behind the door, where we will begin at the next round. I will say that as you open the door, as he opens the door after you knock, a large tiger's head pokes its head out, looks you over. You are the ones he sent, then. Very well. Come in. Make your pleasure and rest.
What did he say? What was the last thing he said?
Make your pleasure and rest, and began chortling.
Uh-oh.
Opens the door
Let's
wide
take
for
that.
you, where you will be able to take a long rest in Arcturia's chambers,
Nice.
the guests of the Rakshasa.
Did you say Rakshasa?
No,
Yes,
I
he-
did not. I did not. I said
No, definitely.
of Mufasa.
Mufasa.
So Alistair is the one that greeted us?
Yes.
Okay.
Is a giant tiger?
Yeah. Giant tiger man. Giant tiger man, baby. Captive. Sent to his room.
Well, you see,
my attention.
Greg knows what that is, but Ren does not. So
Ren does
Ren is
not.
just gonna be like hanging out and sleeping.
Right. Indeed.
Oh, hey, nice eyes. Oh, great beer. Oh, wait a second. That's
What's up with your hands?
Is he wearing a top hat? Because that would be great.
he is now. He is
That
now.
is awesome. Top hat.
Full on 100% tux time.
That-
Dapper.
canon.
The dapper tiger man.
The Dapper Tiger Man. All right, guys. That was episode 1 of Arcturiadoom level 14 Dungeon of the Mad Mage run here on Variant Rolls. Thank you very much for joining me. I can't wait to see what happens next week as, Alistair has been marked as your contact to try and take down Arcturia's evil plot to destroy Waterdeep. And you've been told he has some information that might help you to foil that plot. But, is he just going to give it to you?
Perhaps
We'll
we've
find
been
out.
misled.
Next week. Real quick shout out to you guys. Great game, great plays tonight. Run through who you are and where we can find you one more time, and then we will sign off. All right, we'll start off with Bunny.
Hey. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm randomly generated or a variation thereof across the internet. Randomly Jen on Twitter because character limits. I am a variety Twitch streamer. I stream 5 days a week, usually around noon Central Standard Time. I am a Twitch affiliate, and I play a variety of games, as is implied by being a variety streamer. Yeah, and I had a fantastic time. I'm excited to come back next week and see what's going on. Tigers, I like tigers.
Tigers.
And I'm very excited about how everything was pink and wonderful today.
Great game tonight, Jen. All
Thank you.
right. Next, we'll go with Greg. Tell us about Rin, where we can find Greg on the internet. Oh, there's two Gregs here. Rin.
Awesome. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at GSD Paint. It's also my Etsy site. I do tabletop painting miniatures. I also do some Twitch streaming, mainly SNES, speedrunning, cool stuff like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah.
All right. Next, we will go to Nezrin. Please tell us about Katie.
Christy. Actually, it's funny. I have a sister named Katie. Anyway, so you can find me on Twitter, Polish Christy. I'm on Twitch also. I'm new to all of this, so I'm just out there gaining confidence and having fun with it. So join
You're doing
me.
Great. Doing
And you
great.
did awesome this evening.
Yeah,
Thanks. It was a blast. I'm excited.
Parenting and
But like
gaming
we all you want.
is hard. So keep at it. We really enjoyed playing with you tonight. So and you're
Well,
doing great.
he's just got a high charisma. That's all there is to it. So, yeah, I'm Gregory, and another Greg here, I guess. But I do go by Gregory. You can find me on Twitter as Gregory Festo, and I am also on YouTube, where I do a daily vlog that is looking for 1N20DND. And yeah, I love talking about D&D and RPGs and all this crazy stuff. And I try to give good tips, tricks, and insights into my long experience playing this silly, fun game. Thank you, Corey. What an awesome time tonight.
Great time. Thank you.
You guys made it great. I love it. I can't wait till next week. I am at DM Corey. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and all over the internet at Dungeon Master Corey. In fact, including my email address if you ever put in an application with me. I can't wait to jump in next week where we will find out what this Catman can do and where we're headed next. Because, yeah, this is a cool level, guys. This is a really cool level. This is the first level out of the book that I chose because Mecha Hallister, guys.
If we're not fighting a giant robot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's not to love about giant robots?
Well, the point is
In a
that you're
fantasy
not
world.
going to have to fight it, right?
I mean,
You're
I'm not
stopping
terrified
this.
at all. That's not what's happening.
Next week I'll have to wear my t-shirt that matches giant Japanese monsters and robots.
Oh, I might wear my tiger t-shirt next week.
Team Alistair.
Guns
Love
it.
it.
On brand.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Great game, and we will see you all next session. Next week, Monday night here at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.